Yeah, this morning, this joining is another opportunity to heal and be made whole. Not in truth, because in truth you already are whole. And there's no need for healing. But in your experience, be willing then to give all you have held outside the truth to him who knows the truth and in whom all is brought to truth. Salvation from separation would be complete or will not be at all. Like that line, salvation from separation would not be or would be complete or will not be at all. Actually, get an image of Humpty Dumpty, a little egg who fell off the wall. It's like, would his restoring him be complete if one piece of his shell wasn't put back together? No, wouldn't be complete. Heaven is not complete while any seeming fragmented part of the mind is not aware of its wholeness. Heaven is not complete without you. Salvation from separation would be complete or will not be at all. Be not concerned with anything except your willingness to have this be accomplished. He will accomplish it, not you. So when you are tempted to be concerned about something, anything, remember this. Be not concerned with anything except your willingness to have salvation be accomplished.
I just love that you're reading that, because that's been what's been inspiring me this morning, this devotion to practice, devotion to practicing. We can devote ourselves fully to practicing salvation, the healing of our mind. We can devote all our time. We can devote our minds, our being fully. Read that line again.
Be not concerned with anything except your willingness to have salvation be accomplished.
Father, we do not know the way to you, but we have called and you have answered us. We will not interfere. Salvation's ways are not our own, for they belong to you, and it is unto you we look for them. Our hands are open to receive your gifts. We have no thoughts we think apart from you, or cherish no beliefs of what we are or who created us. Yours is the way that we would find and follow, and we ask that your will, which is our own as well, be done in us and in the world, that it become a part of heaven now. Amen. That's the devotional prayer. Father, we don't know the way to you, but we have called and you have answered us. I'm inspired by devotion, by not giving up before the answer is given. Why would we give up unless we wanted something else? We don't need to give up. We don't want that. We want the answer. And I'm inspired by the section about the holy instant, practicing the holy instant. He says something like, put your whole attention to readiness for holiness. And he's saying you could live forever, starting now. You could experience the holy instant starting now and going into eternity if you hold no thoughts that you would keep to yourself. If you share all thoughts with the Holy Spirit, or you keep nothing to yourself. And he is explaining that it's a moment when you receive and give perfect communication. That's what the holy instant is. And we can practice this. We can begin now by releasing all our held feelings and beliefs to spirit. That's where it belongs. That's where it will disappear and be replaced with clarity, with peace and meaning. I think we have an awesome job. That we can do this practice at all times. At all times. There is no time when we can't, when we are prevented from giving our willingness, our full open heart to practicing. We can't, even we don't, like I read, we don't know the way to you, God, but we have called and you have answered us. We're not here to give the answer, because often we want to be in control and figure out something. Thinking we have to know, we have to already know before we're giving the answer. But we're actually here to wait for our own readiness to receive the answer, or to see the answer clearly, the answer that is already given. That's all. We can wait. We don't have to fill the space with something meaningless. I'm inspired by devotion. When I started studying the course, I couldn't stop reading it. And I was quite devoted. So I couldn't stop reading it and I couldn't stop praying. I thought I need to release all distractions so that I can receive the answer that is promised, or the gift of this. So I was very, very devoted, and it didn't stop. I read day and night. I meditated. Sat on my living room floor, just opened my mind. And I'm inspired by David also. He when he got the course first, he went down into his parents' basement and studied it, read it for 2 years. He only took breaks when there were times when the mind was maybe in resistance. Then he went out for a swim or something, and then he went back to it. That's devotion to practice. That is so inspiring. What else is there to do? And we need to practice with the mind where it's at, And it's not impossible for anyone to start where you're at. To just become present with how you're feeling. And open the mind. Ask for the answer. So does anyone want to lift up something for healing?
Hello?
So, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I think it's really difficult to do the course, and I have 2 years. For 2 years, I have reading and I have doing the lessons, and one of my friends living next to me here told me yesterday, you are not doing the course. You haven't decided inside that you will do it. And I said, And then I realized that there's one part of me, a little part of me, that blocks that I can't do it quite as I will. So I don't know what to do. When I was started in something, I have started in different schools and courses, and then I realized when it would be difficult for me to be there, I ran away, and that is the same the most of my life. Yeah, and I don't want to go away from this. I really want, because I need it, and
Yeah.
it's right for me to doing the course, but now I think
Well, that's beautiful, that devotion, that decision. I
Yeah.
don't want to go away from this. I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you need, that dedication,
Patient, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try to do that. And and I think it's difficult for me. And then I also think that what would my family say? And what would I have 2 sisters? Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why don't you come here? And
So that's your doubt thoughts,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you have that thought, what would my family say? And
there's a fear.
there's a fear, yeah.
Yeah, I feel there's
They are representations of your thoughts and beliefs.
Yeah.
You can release them
Yeah.
and
Yes.
see it as your own thoughts to
Mm.
really to work through.
Mm-hmm.
The doubt is just some doubt.
Yeah, yes, there is some doubt. Yeah.
And the doubt thought around what would they think? What would other people think?
Yes.
That's, a fear of the truth behind that.
Yes, okay. Yeah.
You can do it. You can do it.
Yes, thank you. I can. Yeah.
Interesting. You said your neighbor had told you that you don't really want to do the practice of the course or something.
Yeah.
yesterday there was another Danish person who contacted me, and some other Danish person had told him that he was not devoted enough to the course. So there are some teachers there that are like, come on.
I'm really happy that she's doing that to me, because she's so and she's pushing me, and I feel it's really good, and I'm thankful that she's doing that. So
well, you can come to one of our retreats, Helle. We're actually coming up to Sweden in August for a retreat.
Wow, that would be good. Yeah. Then I don't. Yeah. Then I can take the train. Maybe, or maybe in my car. Yeah. Where in Sweden?
Gotland.
Gotland. Oh, the little island. Whoa. That should. I haven't been there. That should be really nice. I have had. Okay. Tack. Thank you.
Tack. We love you.
The same as here.
Tack så mycket.
Meg, I think they're in Denmark.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Yeah, so the person I spoke to yesterday was someone had told him, if you don't take the steps that the course is inspiring you, you don't do anything, or you haven't taken any steps. And he was saying, if I can't have my doubts, I won't open the course. I will never open it again, because it's too scary. It's too scary to follow it. So I was asking, why would you want to defend your doubts? And I think that resonated. And to realize that God is not fear, but love, that the invitation is to love. The ego has made it something fearful. And it doesn't make sense that God would be something other than love. And why would we fear love? That's something to ponder. Why would we fear love? Let's play that song. I won't fear love. Grace, I think I saw your hand.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I am happy that I am a little hiding in the dark here. Yeah, I can see more and more the need for. Yeah, it doesn't feel right when the need for confirmation from outside. I don't even know if this is what I want to share.
It's a good prayer. That's a helpful prayer. Why do I need confirmation from the outside? Why do I need recognition or acknowledgement from the outside? And you don't have to make it a forceful prayer of beating yourself up for it, but it's a good inquiry. Can I lay aside that need to be acknowledged, seen, recognized on the outside, and let myself be fully recognized?
Okay, like I even told Julie, like I joined with her, telling her like the tiny mad idea when the Son of God forgets to laugh. And I told I in my life story, it was twisted in like the tiny mind idea that they didn't laugh at the thought.
And then you have to laugh. That's the whole thing, you know. You cannot keep wanting the outside to reflect back to you. It needs to come in you. You're the one to laugh at the tiny mad idea. That's how it goes away. Otherwise, it's anger and control involved.
Yeah.
You want others to react a certain way, and if they don't, you get angry. You know, that's control.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're here to release our control.
Yeah. But the thing is, I feel like where as like the prayer actually is like I have been joining with Jesus, and the prayer inside about like I know that I have the spirit inside. I don't need to get it all the time from. But the thing is, there was a doubt thought when I believe I was sharing with Jesus, and Jesus was giving me sweet answers. And after joining with Julie, she said something that didn't feel the same thing that I heard from Jesus. So I was doubting, was it even that Jesus? Like now, I don't know. Do I believe my mighty companion, or do I believe this voice even the voice that was helpful and it was peaceful, but there was conflict there?
Because if you haven't fully forgiven your companion, you won't hear the truth through them. You will hear what you believe. So, you know, you cannot look outside and expect the perfect answer if you haven't forgiven the outside.
Right. Yeah. And I feel that's what where I feel the stuckness in this little child, or like the victimhood of wanting the.
That's all it is, victimhood. You know, it's a call to release victimhood, and you get many opportunities. You know, so even this experience of us contacting Julie and not you. You know, that's an opportunity to see that, you know, that all is well, and that you can trust all things, you know, work together for good. And it's even helpful. It was flushing up a belief that you're now exploring, and it's good. Yeah, and it comes down to guidance and what is it for, you know, so to see your motive, even when you're asking someone what is underneath. Is it to confirm that you're wrong, or is it truly to explore your mind?
Yeah.
Are you really open to it, you know? Because then you can do it. You're really open. I'll have no outcome. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, just I feel it's the message for me today to keep doing the work, like devotion, and no turning back. Thank you for this message today.
Awesome.
Hi.
Hey there.
Well, I just wanted to put all this on the altar, because when you spoke today, I felt the opposite of inspired, because I had the thoughts that, well, you know, I'm not doing it that way, so my way is not the right way. And as soon as I started comparing my experience with someone else's experience, the peace was gone again. So
comparison is an ego divine. Yeah.
And also the fear also that, you know, this Well, it's comparison, but it's also, I think it's a bit of fear and also a bit of anger, you know. I mean, what? I'm doing it my way. I mean, I know that, yeah, I can't even put it to words. It's something anyway. It's like, yeah, but I'm doing it my way.
Yeah. So any comparison, you know, any defensiveness is just a belief to release, you know, and it's the devotion, it's the decision in the mind. It's not about the form.
So all of a sudden I made everything complicated anyway. Yeah, that's the conclusion of the whole thing.
And what is the sadness in the mind?
Good question. Oh. It's the constant thing of going outside to ask what's my way, you know, and what I'm supposed to do and when. And it's like believing something outside knows better than me all the time. That's what it is. Not just being here and trusting, taking my steps when, you know. Yeah, that was a good question. Thank you. My whole head spins now, and it's this sensation in the ears again.
Mm. Yeah. There is no need to be defensive.
No, it sucks. It truly sucks. It changes everything, you know, when that enters my mind and I go there and I believe it. It's like all of a sudden everything is less meaningful, less everything. I'm less, especially I'm less.
Mm.
Love is less, love is gone. So thank you for asking. Oh, thank you.
Mm.
It's so beautiful.
Mm.
I love you again. It's so funny.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, when we laugh together, there are sort of, you know, in gentle laughter, we laugh the ego away. We can gently laugh the ego away, not believing in it. It's unbelievable.
Oh, sorry, I'm still unmuted. I'm going to mute again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Elsa. Today's lesson is beautiful. I thank my Father for his gifts to me. We've come to gentler pathways and to smoother roads. A day of being thankful. A bit of wavering remains, some small objections, and a little hesitance but you can well be grateful for your gains, which are far greater than you realize. It's beautiful. I feel those gains, you know, the steps taken, they are a huge gift. Christian? We can't hear you.
You're still muted.
Now?
Yes.
That's working. Hi.
Hi.
I just want to share what came just in my mind when I heard that, and I heard the sharing of Asa and Grace, and it came through. So we had like we are telling our dreams. Like there's something we're telling our dreams. We are sharing our dreams.
Yeah, that's it. We're exposing our dreams.
Yeah.
Not to keep them private anymore.
Yeah.
That's how they are released. Yeah.
It's like a picture from I always have these pictures, or sometimes it comes up like I'm a child on the hand of Jesus, or don't know. And he's looking at me and say, "Tell me your dreams.
Yeah.
Tell me your dreams. I wake you up."
Mm-hmm.
It's sometimes it's really coming through, and it's so disturbing sometimes to be in this dreams. Even if I open my mouth, I have the feeling sometimes, now I'm sharing my dreams, I'm telling my dreams.
Yeah.
I want to go home. Yes, I just came to my mind. It's relaxing to feel sometimes. It's not fearful, it's dream.
Dream, not real.
I just want to share it because I feel we all in this having us.
Yeah, the prayer of the heart is answered. The desire of the heart is always met. That's the beauty of the journey. Last night we watched this movie. It was really precious. A Quiet Girl from Ireland, this new movie. You can see there how she had really, a desire in her heart for the light, for love. And it was answered, it was given, and she was going to go for it. Even if there was confusion, she was just a young girl and her life was hard, but help came, love came into her life. Yeah, really beautiful. And we're so innocent as she, can see the innocence in this child, which is just trusting, just not really knowing, but the desire of the heart is there when the answer comes. I like the image of you and Jesus holding hands, and Jesus saying, I hear you, tell me your dreams. Yeah.
I think that's the picture that's represented by you also, and by sharing it with you all. That's the kind of, it shows up also, not in the picture of Jesus, but in the picture of everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone is this Christ.
Yeah.
Where I can share it with, if I share it with the Christ.
Yeah.
So
That's it.
It's beautiful. Full trust.
Yeah. But I really wish and hope and trust that it will be stable. It's not this roller coaster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it will
When
be
it's
more.
coming through, it's I think it's feeling right. It's feeling true.
Yeah, getting stabilized. Yeah. Stable. Consistent.
Yeah. That's
consistency.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I'm just going to read one more line from the lesson of today. Give thanks that he has not abandoned you, and that his love forever will remain shining on you, forever without change. It's lesson 1, 2, 3, also 123. Give thanks that you are changeless. Be glad that you have a function to fulfill. Be grateful that you are saved. Be thankful that your value far transcends your meager gifts and petty judgments of the one whom God established as his son. Today, in gratitude, we lift our hearts above despair and raise our thankful eyes, no longer looking downward to the dust. We sing the song of thankfulness today in honor of the self that God has willed to be our true identity in him. We do not go alone. I actually have a song by Jacob with these words.
Give thanks that he has not abandoned you. Thanks that you are not left to yourself to wander in the dark, in pain and solitude. Today in gratitude we lift our hearts above despair and rise to heavenly views. We give thanks to him today, and give thanks that we will not decay away, for the Son that he loves is as himself, forever without chains. Be grateful you are saved. Give thanks that His love shines on you now. And now we smile on everyone we see. We give thanks to Him today. And give thanks that we don't go alone. A voice has come to speak, word of kind, how lovingly He holds you in His mind, how deep and limitless His care for you. And now we walk with lighter steps ahead. We give thanks to Him today. And today let us be thankful. We come to milder paths of innocence, no thought of turning back, in spite some hesitance. Be grateful for your trust and for your gains. Now we walk with lighter steps ahead. I won't be afraid of love today.
It's to Jacob.
Yeah, thank you, Jacob.
Thanks everyone for joining us today. See you soon.
Yeah, so much love.